Good morning and welcome to the fifth quarter of Northern Arizona style. My name is Danny Neal and I will be your co-host today because I'm not by myself. I'm with the man, the myth, the legend, my friend, my boss, my supervisor, the guy they call Coach, Mr. Tyrone Johnson. Good morning, Coach. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Coach. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I actually have not seen you in over a week. You've been down, a little sick. Well, I ain't gonna say you sick because you're too mentally tough to be sick.
That's right.
But I'm glad to see you, man. You're looking good this morning, and I'll be remiss if I didn't ask how is your better half doing? Is she doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. Just going stir crazy being in the house. But other than that, you know what I mean.
Right.
Starting to do good, starting to do well, and so it's just good to look see you. You look distinguished today. You know what I
Yeah,
mean.
man. I should
I I,
say.
under- I understand, Grandma. You know you look better since the last time I saw you. So I understand how Grandma used to feel. So it's
Right, right.
good. It's good to be on this morning.
Well, that's all right, man. That's all right. So you make sure you tell Miss Julia I said hi, and we got our thoughts with her today. And I know you always talk about sitting on the bench if you go to sneeze and a cough, and I said, man, you feel all right? He's like, yeah, man, bad basketball make me sick. So you've been acting right at home, ain't you? I hope ain't no bad man been making us sick.
Hey, I've been how would you describe it? An ideal patient. I've been doing everything I'm supposed to do, man.
I know that.
Everything.
I know it, man. I have no doubt about that, man. You just like that, you know. So, but that's good, man. That's good. So, just happy to be back with the show. We had a great show with Greg Turner last week, man, and he hit me back and was like, "Hey, man, it was great. I loved it. Had a great chance to reminisce about some old stuff." And he just gave us a lot of kudos and thought it was a great time to have. So we want to just keep moving, man, and keep things going and keep having fun.
Absolutely, man. And it was definitely an honor to have Greg on and just to be able to sit up and hear some of his experiences and his intake on just the current landscape of sports and what they need to do and um, just to sit up and chop it up with Greg was special. So we appreciate him being on.
Right. So, hey, man, well, we got a lot of good things going on today. We got a few things to talk about today. And, one of the things we definitely want to mention is our Hall of Fame and the Flagstaff Sports Foundation Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, which will be happening on August 26th at Twin Arrows Casino. Of course, we're both on the board of the Flagstaff Sports Foundation. And so we just want to invite everybody out. It's something that we don't see around Flagstaff a lot with the $75 plate dinner for the event, but all money goes back to the community of Flagstaff. And we got some great inductees this year, man. Of course, Greg Turner, who we talked about the other day. We got Mr. Bob Oberhart, who you know really well, just from your time at Flag High, coaching and Flag. Uh,
Yeah.
Bob's just a good guy, man.
Yeah, he is. He is. Coach Overhart, and you know, just seeing him as a teacher. Then we always called him Coach. When he was
Right.
on the sideline with basketball, and just the statistician that he is. Just awesome knowing that on a teacher level, coach level, and then just personally once you graduate and you get to be welcomed to the inner circle of coaching. So he's always had some good advice and just always take the time and just cordial enough to always speak and just bring us into his world. And so it'll be good to get him into the Hall of Fame because it's well deserved.
It is well deserved, man. And hopefully we can get him on the show before that event and be able to chop it up with him a little bit. And I laugh at him because he's been keeping stats for what, 35, 40 years for Flag High.
It's been a while.
Yeah, and he's got that book where he's got all the Flag High basketball players
Mm-hmm.
and who has the most yards. but nobody has as many yards as he have, as long as he been running along that sideline. So while he put doing that book, man, he's got to be the leader in yards in the history of Flagstaff.
Oh, absolutely, by far.
You can put James Dugan, David Wilson, put all their records together, their yards together, and they still don't have as many as Coach Overhart. So,
not even close. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And he's still doing it. So that's good, man. So that's the beauty of the show, man. We can get some people that should be recognized, and people just don't, take them for granted.
Right.
And we can't take these people for granted. We can't. They're doing great. So we also got Coach Ed Besley, who I've known for many years. One was a really good police officer in this town, did the right things, and then went on and did some baseball stuff. Mr. Mike Flournoy, judge. We call him the judge. That's Judge Flournoy. He played on the state championship basketball team back in '55 or something like that. And just, man, just did some great things. Larry Quintero, who was the NAU football coach, who actually had a coaching staff of like Mike Shanahan, Andy Reid, Rick Smith from here. There's probably 6 coaches in the NFL that coached up under Coach Quintero during his term here at NAU. Got a chance to talk to him the other day. He's like 93, 94 years old or something. Had never talked to him before in my life. Get a phone call. Hey, Coach, this is Coach Quintero. So I had a great time talking to him, man.
That's real cool.
Yeah. So, it's great. And of course, I think this is the last Flag High School championship team that will induct. It wasn't the last one, because this is the 1983 championship. Flag High School football team will be inducted this year. But we've already did the number 1, the first one, the second one, and the 4th one. So looks like Gracelyn was just checking out. Yeah, man, we got a great induction class. And like I said, anybody who wants to come celebrate these great athletes, these great people, will be at Twin Arrows Casino, August 26th. Doors open at 5:30, dinner at 6:30, induction ceremony starts at 7. It's going to be a great time. You can pay early or you can pay at the door. And so we'll just keep celebrating, folks. You're also a member of the Hall of Fame, well deserved. And so, yeah, we just want to keep it going, man.
Yep, as are you. And I think being president, you know what I mean, just your vision and, the board that you've, helped bring together and formulate. Again, it's going to be a special thing. And it'll be much harder to get in when we got in.
That is true. We finally set up some more criteria for it, so it's not going to be easy to get into the Flagstaff Sports Hall of Fame from this point on. It's going to be well deserved. As not saying that the people that are in there are not deserving.
No, I was just talking about me and you mainly.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get that straight. We want to make sure we get that straight, and you are definitely deserving. There's no doubt about that. For what you've done athletically, what you've done with the community, I think I may be in there just because I smile all the time. I don't know, but they need a division, category for that, I guess. Yeah. But there's very deserving people in there. We want to keep it moving. Anybody would like more information, please contact us. We'll definitely get in touch with you.
Yeah.
So, how we doing?
What else we got coming up, man?
Oh man, we got of course a basketball tournament every year called Elevated Hoops, and we get youth basketball teams in from throughout the state. I think we may have had one from San Diego or California or something. And so yeah, we'll be doing that August 13th and 14th. Games played at Flag High and Sonoma Middle School. So got teams, and correct me, but we got boys and girls teams, 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade, JV, and varsity. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay, $350 entry fee. So just put some information out there with some things to do. As a matter of fact, I got on my Elevated Hoop shirt today.
So, that you do.
I do, man, I do. So, hey, man, we just looking good. Things are moving along. What's going on with you, man? You've been at home this whole time. Just putting in work. You watching TV. What'd you see on the news, on the sports while you're sitting there?
Hey, man, just one, I didn't watch no sports news. 2, you get tired of hearing the news, the same thing on every news outlet on every hour all day long. So I can't be doing that. So so I ain't really been tuning in like that.
Right. Well, that's good stuff, man. But I've been noticing um, just the athletes that have been around town lately. Football's cranking up, so we want to make sure that we want to tell all the high school students to if you are thinking about playing football at any of the high schools, cross country I think it's cross country will be coming on. Um, you should be really start looking at getting your physicals done. Coach, you know more about all the stuff that needs to be handled because you handle it more than us. So if I'm an athlete right now, a freshman walking in the door at Flag High, Coconino, MPA, what do I need to do?
Well, if you're interested in playing any fall sport, you should contact probably the athletic director at your respective school, and then see what clearance packages you need to do. There's final forms that I believe all schools are going have went to. I know at Flag High went to final forms, and so need to get final forms filled out. Need to get the physical for the year. There's a fee to pay if you're, depending on if it's a cut sport, you pay it after you make the team. If it's a non-cut sport, you pay it, when you register. And so the best thing to do would be to reach out to your high school athletic director and then see when everything's starting up, because typically here in about 2 weeks, everything will be a go. And so you definitely need to reach out and make sure you're prepared and ready for that time.
Well, that's good, man. And that's a great segue into our guest for today. There's a person who came to us as a freshman. I thought you was gonna cut her since you was talking about people might get cut or something. But so man, I guess you kept her around for 4 years, man. So since you kept her around 4 years, we'll let you introduce her, I guess, for the day.
Well, here's the thing, man. She came in the Flag High highly touted, as a volleyball player, somebody who was dabbling basketball a little bit, and she leaves Flag High as one of the most decorated athletes that has ever came through. She had many accolades in volleyball, many accolades in basketball. She was actually the Arizona Girls Player of the Year, meaning that she was selected above everybody else, irregardless of class, whether it was 6A, 5A, 4A. She represented us very well throughout the school year, throughout her career. She was a first for many. She was the first confirmed player that could do 1,000 points in basketball, 1,000 kills in volleyball. She's our first student athlete on this show, so we're giving her another first to this segment. We're talking about none other than Gracelyn Nez. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning.
Oh good morning, Grace. Hey.
It's good.
How you doing?
It's 7 in the morning. Oh no, it's 8 now. It's 8 o'clock Friday morning. Great. Summer break, but it's doing great.
We're so glad that you would make the sacrifice to get up this early to join us this morning.
Of course.
Yes, indeed. So tell us, how's your summer been now that you're a graduate? What have you been up to? What's been the most fun that you done, interesting, all that good stuff?
Well, since I can't go to Flag Hoops, I'm more babysitting and just like shooting around, going to the gym on my own time. Yeah, the weekends there's tournaments. Most like just babysitting, just staying home with my brother, sometimes watching my cousins, and yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Grayson, you said hi,
Yeah.
Grayson. How you doing, girl?
Good morning.
You said that you couldn't come shoot around at Flag Hoops.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Why not? Yeah, you can.
I can?
Yes. I'm putting rank on him. Hey, now starting your freshman year, I'm gonna tell you, Grayson, tell folks how he treats his assistant coaches and his other coaches. Do you remember your freshman year? I was instructed that since you were a freshman, I would never coach you on JV. So all I did was say, "Hi, Grayson. My name is Coach Neal," and I was instructed to never talk to you again.
I remember. We just like go like this in the hall or something. And Coach Jay said, "Hey, that's it."
That's right. That was for good reason. You didn't have no business talking with him. But now that you graduated, and you're more than welcome to talk to him now.
Well, Grayson, we want to talk about your accolades. We can talk to you all day, and people have to understand this is the way it was before practice and stuff with us. We just always laughing and having a great time. So this is just normal. It really is. But something you don't know about was the first time Coach saw you. We were down in Phoenix at a basketball tournament. We had got beat pretty bad, and he was in a pretty bad mood. I saw him about an hour later, and he's standing up against the wall just grinning. He got this grin from here to there. I'm like, man, what's wrong with you? Hey, man, I got this way over here, this Gracelyn Nez. They say she coming to Flagstaff. Ain't nobody make me mad the rest of this week. He was just grinning. And that's when he first saw you play. I think Bree's parents said, hey, that young lady over there is going to play at Flag High. He watched you play one time. And from that moment, he was grinning. He's like, y'all can't do nothing to make me mad. And that's the way it was for 4 years.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing him too at the gym. My dad and my mom were like, that's the head coach at Flag High. And then I was like, I already know Beth Hagden. They're like, basketball. And I was like, oh, basketball. So, like, I was not familiar with basketball at all. And so when I first saw him, and you just looked very intimidating, Coach Jay. It was very scary, but yeah, I remember seeing him at the gym.
A lot of people had that, I would say, misconception. I mean, everybody thinks I'm mean and scary.
Yeah.
But Gracelyn, tell me, am I as scary as I look, I guess?
Oh, no. Nope, not at all.
Oh, that is classic. So Grace, let's talk a little bit about your high school career and just volleyball, basketball. Just run us through. Give us some of your most memorable moments from volleyball and or basketball, and just how you would sum up your high school career.
Okay, I would say I'm not really a social person when I was going into high school. So I wasn't like showing up to class and talking to people here and there. But I think sports is the one that actually helped me to reach out to different people and actually talk and get to know other people. So if I didn't play sports, I have to say I wouldn't have as much friends as I do now. So that's a big part that sports helped me in high school. And accolades wise, I'm not much of a bragger about my accomplishments. But yeah, I definitely say, I say this all the time, kind of in those interviews I used to get, like, it wasn't just me that got those. It was the money my mom and dad spent, driving, getting food, getting me more like equipment, basketball shoes, knee pads, shortcuts. It was my family going down, supporting me, driving like 3 hours to watch me play, 20 minutes. It was like, yeah, when I got those awards, it wasn't just me that won. It was like the people behind me, my family, my friends that also got those awards too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then coming in, you had a lot of natural ability. Did you rely solely on natural ability, or did you have to do more in order to, just have the career that you had?
Yeah, I didn't know what kind of player I was. I mean, my dad was always like, you can work the bottom, you're good, you're tall, you can jump. And I didn't know what that meant. I was like, volleyball minded. I can hit outside, I can jump, and my arm swing's pretty good. But other than that, yeah, basketball wise, I was unsure.
So when did you become sure that you could do basketball as well, or in my opinion, better than you could volleyball?
I definitely have to say, like, the in the beginning of basketball season freshman year to the end of freshman year, and that time, because yeah, just going to your practices and repetition and learning the different, like, finishing underhand. I did not know that was a thing. Doing layups, I mean, like, I did not know that was a thing. And yeah, just doing it, repetition, going after it over and over, it just helped me improve my game big time. And after I got done freshman year and I received those awards, like the Grand Canyon, the Daily Sun, and it was for basketball. And I think that's when I realized, like, that I can play. I'm actually pretty okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Pretty
that's an
okay.
understatement.
Pretty okay.
Well, there's a couple of understatements because you said that when you got to school, because of sports, you got a lot more friends.
Yeah.
You also got a lot more fans, I promise you.
Oh.
So you got family, friends, and fans. You know, that's good stuff. That is good stuff.
Yes, indeed. So how was it being a student first, as far as being a student athlete coming through? What were some of the challenges, especially during the pandemic, when you guys had to, learn remotely, so on and so forth? I mean, you went through some special times in your career. And so how was it being a student athlete?
I'd have to say it was kind of challenging because I did sports all year. So started off with volleyball, then straight to basketball, and then straight to sand. And yeah, it was pretty challenging. Like, time management, I definitely learned that. Like doing homework on the bus before going to games, not after, because I normally go to sleep.
Right.
But I have the time, do it before or after practice. Yeah, definitely the Zoom. Like, we'd have to leave class early, like sometimes, but my teachers wouldn't let me sometimes. So I would just be driving and my Zoom class would be going on right here. And I'd just be like, oh, okay. And then like I used to turn on my phone, and I remember pressing the video. So I was like saying notes to myself as the class is going on. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, before I even got into high school, I remember like my family telling me, you're a student athlete. So get that part. Like, they screwed that in my head, basically. Like, you're going to school, but sports is also a plus. So there's like, get your schooling done. And yeah, so.
That's excellent. That's great advice. And that's the thing that a lot of kids need to know and understand. Tell me, how many times did your name make the ineligible list?
Oh, none? Or was it one time?
It came on that list one time in volleyball.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even your coach at the time, and I'm hitting her up like, hey, your name better not be on this no more.
Yeah, I remember. You were on me, Beth was on me, the assistant coach was on me. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't even my turn to have you as a player.
Nope. I was scared I was gonna run.
Yes, indeed. So now that you finished with high school, college is up next for you. You're one of the rare athletes that's going to get a chance to play both volleyball and basketball. Tell us a little bit about where you're going and what you're looking forward to in the next stage.
Okay, so I'm going to be going to Glendale Community College. It's in Phoenix. And I chose Glendale because their volleyball program's pretty strong. And I've got like a lot of different comments that the coach is really, really good. Lisa and Melissa. Yeah, they both played D1. And the basketball coach, I wasn't too familiar with them because I only saw them one game. But other than that, I'm pretty nervous. Like, going into high school, I was excited. I was like, yes, finally out of middle school. But going into college, I'm nervous. Like, I'm really nervous.
Why do you think that is? What is it that you are nervous about?
I think, I don't know. It's just like, college is like basically they're paying for my school for me to play. So it's like I don't know if I'm more scared about the pushing yourself to your limit whole thing, or if it's just everything's new. Like I'm moving down there by myself. I'm gonna have a car to myself. I'm gonna be going to school by myself. I don't know. Almost, I like literally don't know anybody there. It's like everything's new, you know. So I think that's probably what I'm more scared of.
You gotta cook, you gotta make groceries, you
Oh
gotta wash
yeah.
clothes.
No.
But that's all part of the maturation process, and
Yeah,
you're gonna do just fine in terms of that. You talk about them paying for your school and stuff like that. Understand that they're paying for your education and they're utilizing your athletics talents. And so you, in turn, you want to make sure that you utilize the school for as much as you can. Oftentimes athletes don't understand it's a two-way street. You got to get as much out of the education that they're giving you as you can, because they're going to be pushing you to try and get as much out of you athletically as they can. And so just make sure that you go down and that you work hard and that you understand that, hey, it may be business-like, but you ready.
Yep. Okay.
Right. So that's good. And I saw you come on. I expected to see all these awards and letters and everything in the background. And that's cool, because that does say a lot about who you are. And you're not into, you appreciate the accolades. It's a blessing to you. But once again, you understand from where they came. So that's special about you. And it's special to me too, because that's the way you just go about. I don't have nothing on my walls anyway, so it don't matter. I don't have anything to put on them. Yes, indeed. But I have one question for you. So how many colleges actually contacted you?
Oh gosh. I don't know, actually. They're kind of all over the place. Like some like Coach Jay or Beth didn't give their number to me, but somehow they got a hold of me. And then there was a couple colleges that text me on Instagram, and they have like their own page on Instagram, and they like text me, and I was like, oh, and and then I was like, did like Coach Jay or Beth, did they point you my way? And they said no. And I was like, oh, but yeah, other than that, I haven't really counted and totaled it up, but I'm not sure. Around, I'd have to say 15 to 20 about. But yeah,
that's good. That's a good number. And I think what you said right now just says something in the fact that we always tell the girls, if you want to play, there's some place for you, and they'll find you. And it just goes to show how people had no way of contacting you, but they found you.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing for all of the students and athletes behind you. Just do what you're supposed to do, and they'll find you.
Yes.
And make sure your social media pages are clean, because they're
Exactly. Be careful what you post. Stays on the internet forever.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you at the end of every show, we do this thing. It's called Coach Johnson's Golden Nugget. You didn't know this, but anyway,
I didn't know this.
And he's been doing it. So I'm like, starting today, Coach, we're gonna implement that. That's a great thing. This is another first for you, Gracelyn. This will be a weekly feature. Coach Johnson's asking for Coach Johnson's Golden Nugget. So I didn't put that right either. So you explain what's going on.
He didn't. So Grace, basically what we try and do before a guest leaves, we want them to just give us a golden nugget, something that the people can really take to heart and utilize. Since you're being a student athlete, just finishing up, just played for a state championship in basketball, just played for a state championship in sand volleyball. If there's one piece of advice that you could give to current and future student athletes at the high school level, what would it be?
I'd Definitely say go to church. Go
Like
to
that.
church, be humble, get your mind right, and then in the gym you get your body right. And it's just like, yeah, after a game, it's just win or lose. It's like people, they told me, they're like, after you win or lose, we can't tell if you're happy or sad or mad. Like after a game, you always look like really happy. And I'm like, because I got to play. It's just, you have to realize being able to play is a blessing. Like some people aren't able to play, I don't know, just reasons, I guess. And so I definitely say go to church and be humble, be grateful, be beyond, like, be grateful that you're able to do the stuff you get to do.
I think that's great advice. And that's just, again, a testament to the person that you are, to your character, to the job that your parents and grandparents and just your whole inner circle have done with you. You know, that's the only thing, when you have an athlete like Gracelyn, who is probably even a better person than athlete, that's hard to that's hard to do, and it's hard to replace. But we've definitely been blessed with your presence for the last 4 years and appreciate everything you've done for not just our program, for volleyball, just for the Flagstaff community as a whole. And, we're here for you and we wish you the best as you move forward. And so definitely don't be a stranger. And I never said you couldn't come by Flag Hoops. You can come by Flag Hoops anytime you want. I told you you could even come coach with me, Gracelyn. So you can come by anytime you want.
Okay, good to know.
Gracelyn, you're awesome, lady. We appreciate you and what you've done for the other athletes, the kids that are ladies that are following you. It's just incredible. It's a legacy that everybody's going to try to attain right now. And so with me, with a granddaughter coming up and how Lexi looks up to you, I just want to tell you thank you.
I should be saying thank you to you guys. That's just like, when I'm having a bad day in school, I come into the gym and just see you guys laughing or just doing practice and you guys are making jokes. And it's just like, yeah, it's just, you guys are good coaches. You guys are great coaches. It's just, you guys make the athletes that I am and other people like dream to be,
Well, we definitely appreciate
great.
That.
Well, I definitely appreciate knowing I couldn't talk to you for 4 years. So that means a lot to me, just my actions. That's good enough.
Well, thank you, Gracelyn. You have a great day. Be blessed, and we appreciate you taking the time out to be with us this morning.
Of course. Okay, right. Thank you.
All righty, Gracelyn. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Tell your family hello.
Okay, for sure.
All right. That was nice, Coach. It's nice to be able to bring people back like Gracelyn, and it just shows what a true student athlete is.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then, one of the things, I mean, like you said, we could have talked with Gracelyn all day. Early on when she was in high school, and I would ask her if she wanted to play basketball collegiately and stuff like that. She's like, no, I'm just volleyball. So I never really even pushed recruitment or anything like that. And then going into her senior year, that she played a lot, and then she started with that idea that she wanted to do that. And so at that point, just put that word out, and then boom, 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 you get everybody coming at her. And so, but it's great to see her, and seems like she's doing well, and hopefully excited to move on to the next level.
Right. And when you have an athlete like that, she brings people in to see the other athletes also. So it's a complete trickle down effect for what she did for just the community of Flagstaff. When was the last time we've had a someone from Flag High Coach, anywhere in Flagstaff, be the Arizona Athlete of the Year?
Right.
That's huge.
Right.
And she's so humble with it.
Right.
So can't do nothing but wish her luck and support her and be there, man.
Absolutely.
So she's more mature than a lot of adults.
Yep. She is. Great person.
Right. So,
all right, Coach. Well, what you got going?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna get on out of here, and think I'm gonna take my wife to breakfast. We'll probably go to like Circle K or somewhere. I'm just playing, man. You stop making them face. No, I don't know. You know what? I got to do some honeydews today. So I'm gonna go out here and get in the yard, do some yard work, Coach. What you got to do?
Coach, I just got to stay around this house, so I don't know what everybody else got to do. But all I do know, they ain't got to go home.
But you gotta leave here